This guide will help you clear Metal Gear Solid 2 on extreme difficulty and earn the big boss rank. That means no alerts, no continues, no rations, and finishing in under 3 hours. Every move matters. Before we even start, let's tweak one option that will make your life easier. In the game settings, change Quick Change from unequipped to previous. This allows you to instantly swap back to your last equipped item, which is a lifesaver during tense moments. I recommend starting from a completed save file instead of a completely new game. Here's why. If you start fresh, you'll be forced to sit through a few minutes of unskippable Stillman tutorials later. A cleared save lets you skip those and save time, which is crucial for Big Boss. When prompted, choose Tanker Plant. That's the only way to qualify for Big Boss rank. For difficulty, select Extreme. It's plenty challenging without going into European extreme territory. Set Radar to off, because radar is not allowed for Big Boss. And keep the game over condition as not game over if discovered. It's optional for the rank, but makes the run less punishing if something goes wrong. Once Snake is under your control, skip all cutscenes and codec codes. Every second counts. Head left immediately, there is one guard ahead. Sneak behind him without interacting and slip through the door quickly. Tap the action button to open it faster. In the next hallway, listen for the door to close before moving. There's another guard ahead. Hold him up as you pass, then keep running. He might start to radio, but you'll be long gone. The next area has 2 guards. Use your M9 tranquilizer to take them both out. You'll have plenty of time, don't panic. After that, go up the stairs and enter the room on the right. Trigger the small cutscene with a roll, skip it, then move past the guard without engaging. Keep moving up to the next level. You'll hit another cutscene with a security camera, skip it, roll under the beam and head upstairs again. Once you pass the camera area, enter the next door, trigger the short cutscene and move around the tables. Roll into the guard, then roll off his body to get through without triggering an alert. The music will change, but that's okay. Head up the final stairs and prepare for the first real challenge. Olga Golokovich. Olga is dangerous, but we'll keep this fight controlled. First, grab the M9 ammo pouch near your feet. Extra ammo never hurts. Then take cover between the 2 crates on the left. If you see a quick cutscene where Olga is looking for you, you're in the right spot. Your goal, shoot her in the leg as soon as she pops out. Don't miss, because missed shots trigger grenades and grenades waste time.
I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents.
Olga will run right, then return to your line of sight. Every time she peeks, hit her leg again.
I have no one, nothing except the unit. Nothing else matters to me.
After half his stamina is gone, a cutscene plays.
Stopping us.
Toward the end, if you want to pop up your ammo for the rest of the tanker, pick up any M9 rounds in the area before the final shot. It costs a few seconds, but is worth it for safety. Finish the fight with one last clean hit, and that's Olga down. Congratulations, you've cleared one of the hardest early hurdles on your way to Big Boss rank. I got lucky here, but it might take a few tries to position yourself right, so that Olga will actually search for you. After taking Olga down, head back through the door you came from. In the next room, grab the USP ammo on your left. You've now unlocked the USP and we'll equip it immediately. Thanks to the quick change setting we configured earlier, we can now switch quickly between the tranquilizer and USP. Not simultaneously, but each is available in a separate slot. A guard ahead will spot you, but it doesn't matter. Just sprint down the stairs at the bottom. At the bottom there's a single guard and a security camera. Take out the guard with a tranquilizer headshot, then disable the camera to stay safe. Continue down the stairs. You'll return to the room where we previously slipped past the guard. This time, press Snake against the wall and watch for the shadow near his knees. When it disappears, roll forward to knock the guard down or hold him up. Using the M9 is optional here. It's best to conserve ammo when possible. There's extra M9 ammo you can find here. Take it if you need it. Next, you'll need to pull off a clean headshot on the second guard. Then shoot the glass nearby. That noise will attract his partner. While he's investigating, you can slip past, hold him up, or take him out. Enter the engine room. There's a guard straight ahead. Hold him up and tranquilize him. That approach will be standard for all remaining guards in this section.
Freeze.
Another guard waits at the base. Again, hold up and tranquilize. Then go across the room to the other set of stairs. Ascend, but stop midway. Enough to see the guard on the right. When he turns his back, go up and tranquilize him. Now switch to first person view and aim toward the top left platform. Hold L2 and R2 to stand on tiptoes and tranquilize the guard stationed above. You can grab ammo here or in the next room. Your choice. Roll forward to trigger the next cutscene. Immediately after, a guard emerges from the right side room. Have your M9 ready and tranquilize him before he radios in. Use the action button to climb up near the ammo box. From here, stand on your tiptoes again to take out the first of 3 sensor units. There's one directly ahead, one on the far right and one on the far left. Be careful not to hit the sensors themselves. Precision is critical here. Once all 3 sensors are destroyed, open the door to continue. In the next hallway, a guard will appear suddenly. As soon as you see him, stop and go for a headshot. He's equipped with night vision, so moving closer will trigger an alert.
You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
Another guard is patrolling with headphones on. You'll hear his music as he approaches. Stay put until he passes, then quietly move behind him. Or take him out. Now count 5 doorways. At the 6th one, a sleeping guard lies against the wall. Sometimes he wakes up as you pass, so play it safe. Hold him up and go for a tranquilizer headshot. Optional, grab extra M9 ammo behind the pipes on your left by shimmying along the wall. This is the guard rush section, a pure test of your aim and reaction time. No tricks, no strategies, just practice. You'll need consistent, clean headshots. Stay calm and aim carefully. This part takes time to master. When your life bar turns orange, that means you're bleeding. Don't forget to crouch to stop the bleeding and refill your life bar to a certain amount.
Snake, are you in yet? Okay, Snake.
You've reached the holds. Your objective is to get to the lower level beneath the platform you're on. The safest way is to use the ladders. Don't risk jumping over the railing. If you die here, you'll have to repeat the entire tanker section. So climb down both ladders carefully. Once you're on the lower floor, move under the large block and dive into prone. Mash the weapons buttons while crawling to move slightly faster. Stay clear of the projected light to avoid being spotted.
The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear.
Watch out for the patrolling guard ahead. Take him down with a tranquilizer headshot. Move slowly or roll across the grades to avoid making noise. I recommend rolling for consistency. This area can be tricky, but here's a safe method. Stay low and crawl under the active projector beam. From here, hug the right side of the room. Move slowly and time your crawl so you're never in the line of sight of the other Marines.
The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of raid. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact.
Continue to the door leading into Hold 3 without raising any alerts. This route avoids manipulating the projector and holding up multiple guards that minimizes the risk. Inside Hold number 3, start by tranquilizing the first two guards near the entry. That immediately reduces the risk. Then pull out your camera. The photo sequence is now right, center, left, because of the approach we took. From the entrance, move along the right side and take the first picture of Ray from the front right. Head toward the center console and take the front center photo. Then move to the left side for the front left shot.
Must be tense.
Finally, photograph the Marine Corps emblem at the far end of the room. This completes all required photos. Once you've captured all 4 images, upload them to Otacon.
Front. Up. Left. Up. Left.
After submission, several cutscenes will play. Skip through them. When the game prompts you to save, do not save. This is critical. Skipping this save prevents you from repeating the entire tanker section if you fail early in the planned chapter. We'll save at a better point later on.
The texture.
As soon as the planned chapter begins, head for the 3 lockers and open the doors. Then proceed to open the door to the next hallway. Skip the incoming codec calls and the short flip animation. I chose an ultra safe option to get through this area. Just grab all the guards and drag them to the locker on the first room. If you store them inside, they can't wake up after you interacted with the node. This will definitely cost some time, but it's also definitely the most safe option. Activate the node by pressing the action button. Enter your name if prompted, then select exit. Do not return to the title screen or you have to redo the entire tanker section. After the codec call you have to wait a bit and then head straight into the elevator.
The terrorists call themselves Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty?
The name of their leader is Solid Snake.
The hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. First, get to a node. Log into the network.
Got it.
Once upstairs, skip the cutscenes and codec calls. From here, aerial forward and perform an aerial dive to go prone. Then make your way into the pump room.
Raiden, SEAL Team 10 is in.
Do we really have no line of communication with the SEALs?
They don't know a thing about us. You know we work...
Trigger the cutscene, skip it, and slip behind the guard to exit toward the AB connecting bridge. Skip the next cutscene and codec call. Cross the bridge by aerialing over the grades to avoid noise. Perform another aerial near the guard. He'll see you, but you'll be long gone before he can react. Enter the transformer room, skip the cutscenes and continue through the next door after the codec call.
What about...
You'll be prompted to save here. Do not save at this point. Select no and keep moving. Grab the ammo from the locker if you need it, then proceed to the next door and skip the following cutscene and codec. Pick up the chaff grenades in this area. They're incredibly useful on extreme difficulty. Once inside the dining hall, aerial across to trigger another cutscene. If you started this run from a cleared save file, you can skip all of these sequences. If not, you'll need to watch them.
Kid, this is...
There's no... I know
Let's...
After these cutscenes finish, this is the best point to save. This spot is ideal because it covers everything from the planned start to Stillman's introduction, without wasting one of your limited save slots too early. Save here once and you'll have a solid restart point for the upcoming bomb disposal sequence. After picking up the coolant, make your way to Strut B transformer room for the first bomb. We are gonna shoot here once to alert the guard. This allows us to run past him while he is radioing in for backup. Here just destroy the cipher and cross the bridge. Perform a cartwheel to the right and open the locker hiding the device. Freeze it with the coolant and skip the codec call. Exit the room and head back to the AB connecting bridge. Here wait for the guard on the right to turn around. Once he does, move forward, cartwheel over the grates to avoid making noise and approach the guard. Hold him up to keep him from spotting you, knock him out and head into Strut A pump room. From here, climb the stairs to Strut A roof. On the roof, hold up the guard near the boxes and perform a groin punch to knock him out.
Freeze!
Freeze the bomb positioned next to the small crates. Head back down into Strut A pump room for the next bomb. Use the simple method. Hold up the guard and drag him near the lockers to keep him busy. Choke him lightly a couple of times until he passes out. Then stash him inside a locker to prevent him from waking up. After that, crawl under the pipes to reach the bomb, freeze it and exit the way you came in. Continue to the FA connecting bridge.
There's somebody there.
Crouch in the corner and wait for the cipher to patrol down to the lower section. Once it's clear, aerial past the grates and head into Strut F warehouse. In Strut F, use the easy method. Walk up to the first guard, unequip your weapon, equip your coolant, spray him for a little time, drag him into the room with the M9 and use him to keep the door open. Pick up the M9, then exit the room and leave Strut F. Immediately re-enter to reset the enemy positions. Now start by holding up the first guard and tranquilize him, the same way you did before. Then, take out the second guard on the platform with your M9. From the upper level, monitor the patrols below. Tranquilize the guard who moves north, then take out the second guard when he comes to investigate. Once the room is clear, flip over the railing, freeze the bomb, skip the codec call and pick up the stun grenades before leaving.
This is Raiden. I just finished disposing of the C4 in strut F.
Proceed to the EF connecting bridge. Skip the cutscene, throw a chaff grenade to disable the ciphers, and wait for it to go off. Re-equip your coolant and M9. Skip the codec calls.
Be careful.
Then aerial into prone to grab the claymore. Move across the grades carefully to avoid traps and make your way into strut E, the parcel room. Once you enter the parcel room, immediately tranquilize the guard near the entrance. Move forward on your toes and take out the remaining 2 guards quickly. Switch to your USP and destroy one of the cameras. Next, aerial forward to reach the 4th guard and take him out. Grab the cardboard box. Position yourself by the conveyor belt and equip your coolant spray. The bomb is on a moving platform. Freeze it as it passes by. I actually didn't recognize that the bomb was frozen, so I started to wait again for it to pass. I used the time to grab the stun grenades and take out the remaining cameras in the room. But you can do it right after you freeze the bomb. If the timing feels too tight for you, you can destroy the last camera and pick up the box after freezing the bomb. Don't forget to collect the stun grenades in this room, and then head for the heliport. Equip your coolant and tranquilizer gun before climbing. Use aerial moves to move up the stairs and prepare for a cutscene. After skipping the cutscene, perform 4 aerials and on the 5th aerial, transition into prone position. From there, angle your coolant to the right and freeze the bomb. After that, move all the way to the far right side of the platform to avoid enemy detection, then walk left behind the boxes for complete safety. Once you've cleared the area, head back down the stairs. Use aerial moves to speed things up and return to the parcel room. Skip the codec call, then proceed to the northern door leading to the DE connecting bridge. This section is pretty straightforward. Aerial until you reach the guard, hold him up, shoot a tranquilizer dart into him and roll into him. Or just roll into him and continue your way. In the settlement pool, tranquilize the first guard with a headshot, but for the next 2, avoid headshots. Shoot them in the body or legs instead. This delays them passing out, giving you more time to work.
Nothing here. Nothing here.
Flip over the railing and grab on below. The first bomb is near the guard's body. Next, head to the staircase and look up to find the second bomb. Freeze it, then move forward slightly and mash the action button to reveal the final bomb hidden behind a small board on the floor. Freeze that as well. After defusing these 3 bombs, skip the codec call and head up the stairs behind you to leave the sediment pool. Reinforcements will be called, but you'll be gone before they arrive. On the CD connecting bridge, skip the short cutscene, move past the security camera, then loop around and tranquilize the guard approaching from a distance. Enter the Strut C dining hall from the north side and pick up sensor B near the entrance. Then head south and enter the right side bathroom. The last bomb is on the wall above the mirrors. Freeze it. Skip the codec call and move to the southern exit into BC connecting bridge. Take out the single cipher drone by shooting it either 3 times with auto aim or once at its camera head. At this point, a timer starts, but don't panic. Roll or aerial forward to the right where you previously defused the bomb. Tranquilize the guard there with a headshot from a distance. Continue across the AB connecting bridge. Since you now have the M9, you can tranquilize the guard immediately instead of waiting for him to turn around. Jump over the grates to avoid alerting the other guard. Enter the Strut A pump room, perform 1 aerial move and head upstairs to the roof. From here, simply board the elevator to return to the starting point of the plant section. The next objective is waiting for you here. Once you've reached the deep sea dock, backtrack through the same path you took earlier at the start of the plant chapter. Go through the small door ahead, then run across the floor and jump off the staircase. Look up. You'll find the last time bomb directly above you. Equip your coolant and freeze it. After you disarm the bomb, skip the codec call and prepare for the fortune fight.
I've neutralized the bomb.
Good work, Raiden.
It was a great loss for everyone.
Fortune isn't too difficult if you know the pattern. As soon as the fight starts, equip your cardboard box and position yourself at the bottom left corner of the map, near the barrel. Don't get too close to it though. Wait for her to fire 6 shots. Once she's done, run the full length of the map from the left to right with the box equipped. Avoid falling debris if possible, but most importantly, do not get hit by the railgun. After a while, Fortune will settle into a rhythm. At this point, you only need to change directions after every 2 shots. So, 2 shots, switch direction, 2 shots, switch direction, and keep repeating. The only exception is after she reloads or fires randomly across the map. When that happens, run the full length of the area again to reset your position and give yourself enough space. It might feel overwhelming at first, but once you get the timing down, this is one of the easier fights in the entire Big Boss run. That's why we don't even save before it. Once you survive her final volley and the codec call appears, the fight is over. Congratulations, you've beaten Fortune. You'll automatically be taken back up to the Strut A roof. After the Fortune fight, exit through the right side of the Strut A roof. Be careful, there are claymore mines here, so hug the outer edge of the enclosure to avoid them. Head back into the Strut A pump room, get down the stairs and get your weapons ready. Let the guard see you briefly, then duck back behind the wall so he can't shoot. As he radios in, aerial into him to knock him out before he can finish the call. Proceed to the AF connecting bridge. There is nothing dangerous here, so catch your breath as you move toward the Strut F warehouse. Now that you have both the coolant spray and the M9, clearing Strut F is simple. Spray the first guard with coolant, walk up and shoot him in the head. Then, take out his partner across the way. Once both are down, continue through to the EF connecting bridge. Here, toss a chaff grenade to disable the ciphers and make it safe. Wait for the grenade to detonate. Then continue your normal route. Watch your step when crossing the noisy grate so you don't set off any claymores. Move into the Strut E parcel room. Equip your cardboard box to blend in with the other crates. It gives you a bit of camouflage. Carefully move around the corner and hold up the guard coming down the stairs. Tranquilize him with a headshot, then proceed to the heliport.
Freeze! More!
At the Strut E heliport, aerial up the stairs, then head up the large staircase. Here, you'll disarm one last bomb before facing Fatman. Congratulations, you've reached the second checkpoint. This is where we make our second and final save before the Fatman fight. Take a breather. You don't need to repeat everything if you mess up. From here on, it's all about the boss. The Fatman fight can feel like pure chaos. And yes, RNG plays a big part in where he plants the bombs. If you're struggling, don't hesitate to take a break between attempts. Sometimes a reset after a short pause can make all the difference. Here's the optimal strategy. At the very start of the fight, immediately freeze the bomb in front of you and backtrack the way you came. Fatman will start firing, dodge the shots and get ready. Once he stops firing, line up a shot at his leg. Knock him down, then quickly switch to the coolant and freeze the bomb behind him while he's recovering. If you can squeeze in a second headshot before he gets up, that's great. But if not, don't worry. One solid hit per knockdown is enough. From here, the fight becomes a dance. Follow him, keep pressure, and most importantly, don't let him plant additional bombs. Interrupt him whenever you see the planting animation. Use this rhythm. SOCOM to knock him down, switch to the M9 and get a headshot while he's on the ground. Track his movement and repeat. Ammo is scattered around the arena for both SOCOM and M9, so make sure you know the locations in case you run low. Don't panic if he bumps into you or shoots a few rounds. His attacks barely scratch your health, so the only real danger here is letting him plant too many bombs. The fight isn't about speed, it's about control. Stay calm, take every opportunity to interrupt him and chip away at his stamina. Once he finally goes down for good, equip your coolant one last time, move his body aside and freeze the final bomb. Congratulations! You've beaten Fatman and passed one of the most frustrating RNG heavy sections of the run. After freezing the final bomb and skipping the codec call, head back south toward the staircase we used earlier. This will trigger a series of cutscenes and codec calls, so just mash through them. Once you regain control of Raiden, check your inventory. You now have the BDU. Equip it immediately for added camouflage. You also want to equip a cardboard box. Any box will do, and make sure both of your handguns are ready, the SOCOM and the M9. Next we're heading to the Strut E parcel room. Getting through this section is simple. Aerial down both staircases and equip your box to blend in. Make your way to the door leading to the EF connecting bridge. The EF bridge is where things get tricky because of tight timing and claymore traps. Here's what you do. Aerial to your left as soon as you enter. Move forward slightly so you can spot the first Cypher drone. As soon as it shifts position, move down toward the first pylon. Now, this part is key. Angle your movement stick toward the pylon that's closest to your feet in the bottom right corner. That precise angle ensures you'll step over the noisy grates and avoid triggering claymores. Stick to the left side as you continue forward. Then aim for the flying drone ahead and shoot the sensor on top for an instant kill. After that, aerial once more to avoid detection from the next drone and head into the Strut F warehouse. Inside the warehouse, go full CQC punch kick. That combo gives you perfect timing to neutralize the guard safely. For extra safety, you can fire a shot into the wall to draw his attention before tranquilizing him. Pick up the AK rifle and immediately equip it along with your BDU. This combination makes you almost impossible to identify, as long as you don't do anything reckless. Now head back across the EF connecting bridge, same procedure as before, run past the first Cypher, angle your stick slightly left after the first pylon to avoid claymores, make your way to the staircase. Before you climb, take out the next Cypher drone with a quick shot to its sensor, then aerial across the broken platforms, don't skip this or you'll fall straight through. Grab the ammo on the way. Before stepping into the Shell 1 core, make absolutely sure you have your AK and BDU equipped. If you enter without them, the security camera by the elevator will instantly spot you and trigger an alert. After the codec call, as long as you don't do any aerial flips, fire your weapon or remove the BDU, you can run straight past the guards and cameras without issue. Press the elevator button and head down to B2. On B2, the goal is to grab the directional mic. Start by equipping your AK and tranquilizer pistol. Carefully descend both staircases. At the bottom, hold up the guard and tranquilize him with a clean headshot. After that, re-equip your AK, aerial flip down to the lower level and avoid any guards while moving toward the back of the room to collect the directional mic. Once you've got it, head back up the stairs, aerial flip past obstacles if needed, and return to the elevator. Next stop, B1. Here, equip your AK in the first weapons slot and leave the second slot empty. Skip the short cutscene, then move to the left wall and knock once to lure the guard. When he reacts, walk over to the retinal scanner and stand there casually, AK out, looking like you're on patrol. When the guard walks by, unequip your weapon, grab him in CQC and force his face to the scanner. This grants you access to the hostage room.
Retinal pattern recognized. You are cleared to enter.
Inside, you'll need to locate Ames. His position is random, so use the directional mic to identify him by his unique heartbeat. Ames has a distinctive hairstyle, kind of a mullet, and is usually seated. If he's near other guards, be careful. Using the mic in plain sight will trigger an alert. Once you find Ames, complete the cutscenes and codec calls.
You're Ames, aren't you?
King, Fatman is dead.
It doesn't matter. Saved us the trouble of getting rid of him ourselves. Anyway.
After this, your cover is blown. When control returns, you'll be back in B1 without the BDU, so you need to move carefully. My approach here: head to the left of the retinal scanner, equip your tranquilizer, knock once to lure the guard standing near the elevator. As soon as he moves, line up a headshot and tranquilize him. Now you're clear to call the elevator. Equip a chaff grenade, this is critical for disabling cameras upstairs. I prefer to wait until the elevator doors open, then quietly knock out the first guard before tossing the grenade. This makes things more controlled and safe. After you've tranquilized the first guard, throw the chaff grenade against the wall to your right. This will disable the cameras. Move forward and re-equip your tranquilizer. Take out the next two guards. Headshots work best. Watch out for the backup guard with the riot shield. If he spots you, it's an instant alert. Headshot him quickly, pick up any ammo on the floor and continue up the corridor. Exit through the door and you're done with the Shell 1 core infiltration. Once you step outside, the first thing you want to do is wait 6 seconds and then take out the guard. Equip your AK and tranquilizer and take him out before focusing on the ciphers. After he's down, aim carefully and shoot both ciphers closest to you. Next, the best way would be to aerial flip across the collapsing platforms towards the staircase. I just ran over them, but you might regret this later, so don't do it. Pause briefly and wait for the third cipher that we didn't shoot to pass by. Once it does, hug the left guardrail to avoid triggering the claymores and make your way back to the Strut F warehouse. Inside Strut F, make sure you have your coolant and tranquilizer equipped. Head left and perform 2 aerial flips down the platforms. Spray the first guard with coolant to stop him from calling reinforcements. Then finish him off with a clean headshot. Then tranquilize the other guard in this section. Now move towards the right side of the upper area to collect the PSG-1 and its tranquilizer variant, the PSG-1T. These rifles are essential for the upcoming sniping section. In my run, the caution phase expired while I was still inside, so no reinforcements were patrolling on the way back. After you've secured both rifles, exit the warehouse and head back towards the EF connecting bridge. Here you can either take down both ciphers one at a time and make your way to the other side, or, as I did, just use a chaff grenade before entering the parcel room, and this disables all nearby security drones, allowing to cross the bridge without any extra risk. Once you reach the Strut E parcel room, take the left route this time. Equip your box, perform 2 aerial flips across the gap and move quickly. The guard on the right might notice you, but you'll be long gone before he can radio in. From here, cross the DE connecting bridge without incident and proceed into the Strut D sediment pool. This section is simple. Tranquilize the first guard directly in front of you with a headshot, then take out the second guard a little further in. Those are the only 2 threats you need to worry about here. After that, head upstairs to the door leading to the Shell 1-2 connecting bridge, where the sniping sequence with the sensor units begins. This next section is the Semtex sensor cleanup before the Harrier fight. If you're worried about messing up shots, especially the ones on moving ciphers, you can take the ultra-safe approach and save here. Personally, I went ahead and saved right before the Harrier fight instead, but both options are viable. Before you start shooting, grab the Pentasamin on the ground, take 1 dose and then equip your PSG-1. Carefully begin taking out all the Semtex control sensors. There's no strict order required, so take your time and aim precisely. Missing these shots can cause an instant fail. In my run, I accidentally hit one of the seagulls while trying to get the sensor underneath them. Just to clarify, this does not count as a lethal kill, so no need to panic if that happens to you. You'll see me pause for a moment because I thought I had completely ruined the run, but we're fine. For the sensors that are close by, you can switch to the SOCOM, but for any long-range ones, stick to the PSG-1 for accuracy. Use L2 and R2 to lean left or right when needed, and sometimes you'll need to stand on your tiptoes to get the right angle for the sensors hanging off the edge. You'll know you've cleared them all when you see the short cutscene of the Semtech system powering down, followed by a codec call. Skip through the calls and proceed forward to trigger the Harrier fight. This is where I made my third save before continuing. As soon as the Harrier fight begins, this is where I made my third save. If you didn't save before the Semtech section, definitely do it now, because this fight can get messy if you miss too many shots. The key weapon here is the Stinger. At the start of the fight, immediately equip it and fire 3 shots. If you're comfortable, you can squeeze in a 4th or even a 5th hit before he moves, but 3 is safe. After those initial hits, he'll always fly off to the left the first time. Lock on as soon as you can, fire, then unequip the Stinger and use the nearest pylon as cover when he makes his pass. After that, the Harrier will reposition. Sometimes you can sneak in 2 shots while he's looping around. Once his HP drops enough, he'll fly up and start dropping bombs. Looks like flares, but they're actually carpet bombs. Just flip over the railing and wait it out. When the explosions stop, climb back up and re-engage.
I'll let you go out in style!
Later, if you start firing missile barrages, here's the trick. Get your back against a wall, aim, and repeatedly press the fire button without actually firing. This gives you invulnerability frames during the barrage. Once it ends, take your shots. If you're running low on ammo, there are extra Stinger missiles on the deck, so grab them while keeping track of his flight path. Eventually, if the fight drags on, he'll pull out the Gatling gun. For that, drop to the lower level and hide behind the large power unit. This is the safest spot I've found. Just wait until it's over. From here, it's rinse and repeat. Use the pylon or the railing flip to dodge passes, use the wall invulnerability trick for barrages, and punish whenever you get an opening.
I'll let you go out in style! Take this!
Finish him off, and that's the Harrier fight done. Don't worry if it takes a few tries. This fight is one of the trickier ones, which is why we save right before it. Important, don't save after the fight yet. We've got more coming up.
Jack, are you all right?
Colonel.
For the route to Shell 2, I'm sticking with the safer option. Flip over the railing, shimmy across the pipe, and make sure you're perfectly aligned before dropping down. From here, walk slowly, Gently tilt the movement stick so you don't slip. Once you're past that section, climb up using the action button. Continue moving forward carefully and watch out for falling tiles. Now, instead of taking the risky jumps or using any quick strats, I'm playing the safe. Before reaching the strut L perimeter, I took out the 2 guards on the bridge with the M9. That keeps things stress-free.
This is not a pretty sight. Hurry up and check the situation.
I'm going to go in my pants. Nobody's looking, right?
When you're approaching the EF connecting bridge area, just keep moving steadily and use aerial flips where needed. Eventually, you'll reach the section with a lot of ciphers. Normally, you could throw a chaff grenade here, but I decided not to. Instead, I destroyed every single cipher one by one with my weapon, which gives you more breathing room for the crossing. Once they're down, continue across the bridge without rushing, and then make your way into the Shell 2 core. From here, we'll move on to the next big segment. After the cutscenes and codec calls, our next objective is to reach the elevator in the back of this large room. There's no real danger here, so take a moment to breathe. This is a calm section before the next challenges. Head straight to the elevator and press the button twice to speed it up. Write it down to B1. This first underwater section is very short. Your goal is to collect the Nikita missile launcher. Here's a useful trick. While swimming, mash the swim button and the action button together. Circle and triangle on a PlayStation controller. This significantly slows your oxygen depletion, making this part easier. After grabbing it, flick the right stick back for a quick underwater turn, then swim back the way you came. Resurface and head back to the elevator to return to the upper level. Before proceeding to the vent where we'll use the Nikita, we need to wake up the President. To do that safely, step outside so you're clear of any missile splash damage, then fire a Nikita into the wall near him. If you did it right, you'll see an indicator. Now climb onto the crate near the vent and fire another Nikita. Guide it through the shaft. Navigate to the electrical panel at the far end and destroy it to disable the electrified floor.
What is that? Get away!
The Patriots. I wish... That's right.
I thought...
That's right. It is a This is card 4.
I took these photos 2 years ago.
How did you manage to...
Forget it.
After the cutscene, skip through the codec calls and make your way back to the same elevator as before. The second swimming segment is longer, but still manageable with the oxygen trick. Use circle and triangle together as before, or just resurface on given points. Watch out for mines along the way. Press triangle at the door, skip the mini cutscene. Open the next door and head to the staircase where you can resurface. Walk through the door ahead to trigger the Vamp boss fight. This is where you absolutely should save. Everyone should save here, regardless of where your last save was.
Jack, you okay?
The Vamp fight starts right after the cutscene. Equip your M9 tranquilizer and land a clean headshot as soon as possible. After that, move to the far left corner of the platform. Once you're in the corner, press the CQC button, circle on a PlayStation controller, 3 or 4 times to safely drop and hang from the ledge. Don't just walk off, because pushing the stick too far can cause you to fall and die instantly. Now wait, when Vamp moves close to your position, climb back up. Doing this gives you a short window of invincibility frames. From here, the fight becomes a simple rhythm. Use 2 punch combos repeatedly while moving toward him. The goal is to close the gap and stay close. There are 2 key things to remember. Dodge his knife attack. This can interrupt your flow if you're careless. After every flurry of punches, make sure you're standing almost inside Vamp's character model. If you end up too far away, he'll retreat and waste valuable time. If he does escape, don't panic. Use the same method as before. Move back to the edge, hang off, and wait for him to approach again. Climb up when he's close, regain invincibility frames and repeat the punches until he goes down. Once you've got the rhythm, this fight is straightforward. Keep calm, manage your spacing, and avoid unnecessary shots. Congratulations, you've defeated Vamp. After defeating Vamp, grab an extra ammo you need before proceeding. Now our next step is to swim toward Emma. But there's an important detour first. Body armor. Dive into the water and swim all the way down the main hallway. When you reach the end, take a left and grab the body armor from the far side. This item is essential. It significantly reduces damage and is a lifesaver on extreme. Always pick it up, no matter the run. Once you have the armor, head back and continue towards Emma's location. Enter the next door, aerial down the platform and press the action button near the locker to trigger the cutscene and codec calls. After skipping through all of those, you'll start the escort sequence with Emma on your back. Head back through the area where we grabbed the body armor earlier. Hold the action button to keep moving as you make your way back toward the room where we fought Vamp. You'll trigger a few cutscenes and codec calls. Skip all of them.
Raiden, what?
Raiden, we've infiltrated.
From here, guide Emma through the southern exit. This starts the next underwater section.
That noisy, overgrown...
Be extra careful with the mines. Swim all the way to the top of each doorway, so you don't hit them. resurface to keep Emma's oxygen level above half. Dive back down, swim straight ahead, then left and resurface at the staircase. On the next floor, Emma will freeze at the sight of bugs on the ground. Bring her to the node on the floor and leave her there. Walk to the elevator, press the action button twice, then choke her with CQC to drag her into the elevator.
I can't stand bugs! I am not moving!
Once she's inside, let go and ride up to level 1. Now take Emma and move in a straight line down the hallway until you hit the wall. Then turn left, go straight again until you reach a small couch. Then turn left once more. This route avoids the patrolling guard without alerting him. Continue down to the staircase. You'll hit a cutscene where a new guard enters from the elevator. This can't be skipped. After the cutscene, press triangle again to grab Emma, move her to the corner and leave her there. Take out your M9 and tranquilize the 2 guards ahead. Once they're down, unequip your weapon and escort Emma upstairs. Leave her by the crates near the top, then take out the last guard who spawns. Bring Emma outside to the KL connecting bridge. Before crossing, grab Emma and pick up the nearby chaff grenades. Then let go of her and take out the guard with the binoculars. Then throw a chaff grenade and proceed across the bridge. There will be a guard in front of you that you can normally ignore, but I got caught by him a lot of times, so I take him out for safety. Then I throw another chaff grenade to be sure that the cipher won't see me, and then I let go of Emma, take out the coolant and extinguish the flames. After the fire's out, pick her up again and continue to the door on the far side. Drop her there, step through the doorway to trigger the cutscene, then drag her inside the Strut L sewage facility.
Damn it!
In this room, timing matters. Wait until the patrolling guard and the back is visible before tranquilizing the first guard. Then take out the second guard. After both are down, escort Emma through the door. Skip the cutscenes and codec calls. Once Raiden climbs down the ladder and Emma drops down, we're set up for the Twilight sniping section. Before starting, save your game here. This is the safest point for everyone.
Jack?
First, grab the thermal goggles in front of you, equip them along with the PSG-1T and take a pentasamin to stabilize your aim. Also try to position yourself here, right above the ammo crate. Start by clearing out the guards. And if you have time left on the pentasamin, remove any remaining mines near the second tower. After that, focus on the mines directly in front of Emma. Once that's done, focus on enemy spawns. The first set of guards will appear as Emma approaches the first tower. Destroy the ciphers and gun cameras hovering near Emma whenever they show up. For these, aim for the lens or shoot the outer shell 3 times. Don't leave them unattended. They can deal heavy damage fast. As Emma continues, more enemies will appear near the second tower, following the same pattern. Take them out as they spawn. Once Emma reaches the last stretch, position your scope toward the final platform and clear any remaining gun cameras. You'll get a codec call from Snake. Skip it and decline his offer to help. If you accept, his kills will count against your big boss run.
This is Snake. Can you hear?
From here, keep Emma safe until she finishes crossing. After the last enemy is down and Emma reaches the far end, you're done with the Twilight sniping section. The second Vamp fight is one of the easier boss encounters if you know the trick. Equip your PSG-1T and start firing as soon as the fight begins. Vamp will use Emma as a human shield, so always fire from the opposite side he's holding her on. The safest approach is to aim slightly above his head. His hitbox extends upward, which allows for continuous fire without worrying about precision body shots. This method also reduces the risk of hitting Emma. If you do hit her once or twice, it's not a big deal, but try to avoid unnecessary damage. Keep an eye on your ammo and reload whenever there's a small opening. Stay calm, maintain steady shots, and the fight will be over quickly. Once Vamp goes down, you've cleared one of the last major threats in the Plant chapter. After the second Vamp fight, our next goal is to return to the Shell 1 core. Head through the door ahead, then go left and left again up the stairs. At the top, you'll find one guard on patrol. He's listening to music and won't notice you right away, but take him out with a tranquilizer for safety. Once on the EF connecting bridge, use a chaff grenade to disable the ciphers. Unfortunately, the platforms I dropped earlier haven't been repaired on Extreme, so try to avoid this mistake and make this section easier for you. But if it also happened to you, there is a simple solution. Hug to the guardrail and inch across to avoid falling. Don't rush this section. With the ciphers disabled, you can cross without engaging them. Equipping and unequipping your grenade enables you to move a bit faster. Once across, head straight into the Shell 1 core. There are no guards in sight, so just move up the stairs and make your way to the elevator in the back. It's already open, so step inside and ride down. From here, skip all the upcoming cutscenes and codec calls. Do not save when the game prompts you to. Trust me, there's a better save point ahead. You'll go through a short torture preview sequence next. This part is easy. You barely need to tap the action button to get through it, so don't stress. The real torture section comes later and is much tougher.
You know this fellow?
You remember me, don't you? You've grown. High concentration of cerebral implants. Have they altered your memory, too?
Mr. X? So you joined... Olga, you can't keep this up. They're bound to find you.
After that, you'll encounter a brief unskippable scene where Olga knocks you down. This damage is unavoidable. Just wait it out, about 30 to 45 seconds until Raiden is freed.
Jack.
Once you regain control, walk through the 2 doors at the top right. Skip the codec call, and this is where I recommend saving your game.
Hey, Jack.
This opening section is surprisingly simple if you stay patient. Start by moving up and hiding behind the crates. Wait until the first Tengu guard fully turns around. When he does, sneak behind him and move up the first staircase. Halfway up the second set of stairs, you'll get a codec call. Skip it quickly. At the top, stop just before the guard can see you. Once he turns away, aerial over the noisy panels, then wait again for him to turn his back before continuing forward. There is one tricky part. You'll need to clear a gap with an aerial. Make sure you line it up properly to avoid falling. After crossing, move up behind the last guard and head into the next section. Once inside, immediately answer and skip all incoming codec calls until you get the one from Rose. That's the trigger for the next cutscene, where Snake joins you and returns all your gear, plus your new weapon, the sword. Before moving on, take a moment to prep. Equip your body armor for extra safety. Switch the sword to its non-lethal setting by pressing square. Very important, do not use the stabbing move, clicking R3. It counts as a lethal hit and will void the big boss rank. For the upcoming Tengu hallway fight, equip your stun grenades and have your sword ready in non-lethal mode. This next part can be intense, but with the right setup, it's completely doable without a single kill. The first Tengu hallway fight is one of the trickiest sections for Big Boss rank, so let's break it down step by step. The safest and most consistent method is to rely on stun grenades. Start by throwing your first stun grenade and hide behind the wall for cover. Wait for the flash effect, then move forward while tossing more stuns. Keep this rhythm, move, throw, move, until you reach the back of the room. You will take some damage here, and that's normal. Just keep pushing through and don't panic if your screen flashes red. Once you reach the back door, it's time for the Tengu 1 skip. Here's how it works. Put your back flat against the door. Enter first person view. Then perform a full CQC combo. Release at the very end of the combo while pointing toward the door. If If done correctly, you'll phase through the door and completely bypass the fight, saving time and avoiding potential damage. It might take a few tries to nail the timing, but it's well worth practicing because it makes the section much safer. This is the best possible route for big boss consistency. In my run I adjusted slightly on positioning, but the core idea stays the same. Rely on stunts, keep moving forward and use the skip for a clean exit. As soon as the fight begins, grab a Tengu soldier from behind and drag him into the previous room. Hold him in a chokehold for as long as you can. If he resists, press the CQC button again to reapply the hold. On PlayStation, that's the square button. Keep holding until he's fully knocked out and you have to grab another soldier, or until the fight is over. When the game shows a mock game over screen, pay attention to these stats. Prudence. This is your total number of saves. It must stay under 8. Ammo. Total shots fired. Keep it below 700. Alert. The number of alerts triggered. This must be 3 or fewer. Nude. Total kills. For big boss rank, this must remain at 0. Damage. Total damage taken. By the end of the game, this must stay below 499. If these values are in range, you're still on pace for big boss rank. You can see the fight is coming to an end when Snake accompanies you in the room. This strategy reduces your exposure and minimizes damage. After the last enemy is down, Solidus will appear for a cutscene. Don't save yet, let the conversation play out. When the Metal Gear Ray fight starts, that's the ideal time to make your next save.
Not a bad idea, though. Using real.
This fight is one of the toughest challenges in Metal Gear Solid 2, especially on Extreme. You'll face up to 20 Metal Gear Ray units, 3 at a time. Every attack they use can kill you instantly, so mistakes are not an option. If you die, you'll restart from the very beginning of the fight. The good news is that with the right strategy, this battle becomes completely manageable. Here's the safest method for big boss rank. At the start of the fight, take a few steps forward and stop just past the white line. Equip the Stinger missile launcher and prepare to follow a strict attack pattern. The target order is middle, right, left. For each ray you engage, fire at the knee first, then the head. Begin with the middle ray, knee, then head. Immediately move to the right, ray, knee, then head. Then finish with the left ray, knee, then head. Repeat the cycle as the fight continues. After hitting the middle ray for the 3rd time, immediately go for a headshot on the right ray. Then run towards the screen and turn right, until you end up above this ammo crate. Always prioritize the middle ray. Destroy this one first, then immediately focus on the one on the side. The ray called Rose should stand behind you. Don't focus on him. Try to hit the one ray at the side while the other one is jumping into the middle. Then focus on the middle one. Try to keep this pattern alive and you won't have much trouble. It's hard to keep this up for 20 rays, but it's definitely the best and safest strategy. Important, there is one ray that the game refers to as Rose. Do not attack this ray under any circumstances. If you damage it, the strategy breaks down and the fight becomes unpredictable. Ignore it completely and stay focused on your main targets. As long as you keep this order and avoid attacking Rose, the fight will remain under control. Conserve your stinger ammo by picking up resupplies from the ammo crate when necessary, and keep your body armor equipped at all times to minimize risk. Stay patient, stick to the pattern, and you'll take down all 20 Ray units without compromising your big boss rank. I've done my best to explain the strategy as clearly as possible, but I understand it can still feel complex or confusing. If that's the case, I've linked an additional video in the top right corner and in the video description that breaks everything down step by step. It should make the process much easier to follow.
Are you awake yet, Jack? GW, the Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you.
Now we have the torture sequence. This is a pure button mash challenge, so be ready to press triangle as fast as you can. There's a small trick that might make it easier. As soon as Raiden gets choked, look at Snake and start mashing triangle immediately. This is believed to boost Raiden's endurance slightly, though results may vary depending on the version. Once the sequence ends and the cutscenes finish, we need to manage our final save carefully.
What do you hope to hear? You know he doesn't know anything.
It's not him I want the answers from.
You can save here, and this will be your last allowed save for Big Boss rank.
Jack, are you...
The key to defeating Solidus is to get him stuck in a predictable attack loop. What we're trying to accomplish here is hitting him twice, let him recover for a short while, and then hit him again. Then he will start a counter attack that you need to block, and then you can repeat the pattern. Hit him again twice, wait a short moment, then hit him again once. Then block his attack and repeat. Timing is strict, so it will be hard to keep this pattern up, but it's definitely manageable. If you get knocked off the map, don't worry, it's not critical, but try to avoid it. I found out that you can also hit circle, so you don't have to slice him 2 times, you can just punch him 3 times. This might be helpful if you're struggling with the timing. When Solidus moves to range and fires missiles, don't back off. Instead, walk toward him and aerial attack. This will dodge the missiles easily and keep pressure on him. fight is all about baiting Solidus into the attacks you want. When he reaches half health, phase 2 begins. He sheds his suit and becomes more aggressive, dashing around the arena. If he dashes unpredictably, keep your distance. Then switch to first person view and block by holding L1 and R1 while facing him. This will bait him to dash directly into your guard. After he performs his shoulder charge attack, you don't need to block. This is your chance to counterattack immediately. Solidus will also do a flurry of rapid attacks. For these, get some distance. Block facing him in first person view and then counterattack once the flurry ends. Repeat this defensive pattern, get range, block in first person, then slash to catch him off guard. Once you successfully repeat this, you will have defeated Solidus non-lethally and completed Metal Gear Solid 2 on extreme difficulty. Congratulations on achieving Big Boss rank.
There's no set.
Thank you so much for watching. If this guide helped you out, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Leave a comment down below and let me know which part of the game gave you the most trouble, or if there is any section where you still need help. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, if you enjoyed this guide, make sure to check out my other Big Boss rank walkthroughs and secret videos. And don't worry, when Metal Gear Solid Delta drops, I'll have full guides and hidden tips ready for you there as well. See you in the next one.